Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about affirmations, right? And why affirmations don't always work. Subtitle, Show and Tell. So, get to that in a second. Smile, relax your body, slow your breath, slow your thinking. Become aware of right now. Look around, notice some things. So, affirmations, why they don't always work. So, if you're not familiar with the concept, affirmations they've been around for a long time in the self-help world. You know, people saying, I'm successful, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful, I'm loving, I'm lovable, I'm rich, all these things. And one of the biggest challenges with affirmations is we're trying to convince our brain of something that we don't believe or is not a reality yet. And we're trying to convince the brain to make it a reality by repeating these things over and over and over again. The challenge is that many times we kind of feel silly telling ourselves these things because we don't believe them or they're not real yet. And so, to a degree, it's not sustainable. Yes, the brain will believe what we think and say most often, but how many times can you stand in the mirror and say, you know, I'm handsome, I'm strong, when maybe you're not and you're not? And your brain's going to go, there's a disconnect. This doesn't make sense. What are we doing? And as a result, we don't keep it up, right? So instead of affirmations that are essentially telling yourself a fib, something you don't believe, how about empowering questions? Now, a friend of mine, a gentleman I met 12, 14, 15 years ago at a workshop, wrote a book, The Secret Code of Success, and then followed up the book of Affirmations, not with an I but an O, Formations. And he turned affirmations on its head and turned them into empowering questions. Now, that makes sense to me. Why is it so easy to eat the right things and exercise? Is way better than standing in front of a mirror going, I'm strong and I'm fit, right? When you're not. But the empowering question that leads to actions is likely a heck of a lot more productive than just, telling yourself these lies, essentially. I'm rich. No. Why is it so easy to come up with business ideas and take action on implementing them? That's way better than sitting there saying, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Now, in the context of the work that I do, I talk all the time about perceived danger is the challenge, and therefore safety is the solution. As a result, I'm sure many people are saying, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. And, people have said to me, Dan, I'm telling myself I'm safe, but I don't believe it. And so I get it. I'm safe enough is a way to soften that a little bit and make it more believable. Safe enough for what? Safe enough to not have symptoms, right? Yeah, I've got some annoying people in my family, some life stressors, money stress, whatever it may be. I've got some concerns about my body, but I've ruled in TMS, so I'm actually okay. I'm safe enough not to hurt, not to have symptoms, right? So I'm safe. A lot of people don't believe that. So that's where I get into this concept of show and tell. Just saying I'm safe 85 times a day is not going to convince your brain you're okay, because then the brain's going to go, what's up with Dan? Why is he doing this? Why is he trying to convince me he's safe? He must not be. He doesn't look like he believes it, right? So show and tell. How do you show your brain you're safe? Well, clarity, understanding what's going on, not falling prey to the nocebos and negative information you've heard or the diagnoses you may have been given. clarity, holding on to that clarity and saying, yeah, I'm not going to entertain those fear thoughts. That's a way to show the brain you're okay. How else? Show your brain you're okay by allowing yourself to feel your emotions so that they can pass and we don't have to fear the emotions. Physically, show your brain you're safe by lowering the shoulders and allowing yourself to breathe, right? Show yourself you're safe by not buying into the fearful thoughts. We can let them go by. The big one, show yourself you're safe by not panicking when the symptoms are present or colorful, right? Because if we can respond to symptoms with clarity and certainty and calm and reassurance and being less bothered than we may have been in the past, you're showing your brain that you're actually okay. You're not just saying, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, walking around all tense and tight and shallow breathing and scared. Sorry, but just saying I'm safe isn't the trick. But if you can show yourself you're safe, another way to show yourself you're safe is do normal things. Engage in normal life. Don't make your entire day about fixing yourself and healing. Right? Because if you're doing that, your brain can only see there's a problem. Dan's fixing himself all day. So show your brain you're safe by engaging as much as you can within your limits with the real world. Do things you like with people you like, ideally. And if you don't have a circle of friends or family around, do things you like, period. End of instruction, right? Do things you enjoy. Find ways to engage your brain in something else other than thinking about, stewing about, and trying to fix your symptoms. Because again, if you've got the clarity that you know it's only perceived, not actual danger or threat, then what are we doing spending all day fixing it? And the analogy I've told, and I'll tell it again, is how long would you spend in the garage rebuilding your engine in a brand new car that's working perfectly? You wouldn't. So once you recognize that you've got a mind-body condition caused by a brain perceiving danger incorrectly, you don't need to fix the car. It's already working. You just need to kind of reprogram the computer, if you will. Teach the brain that you're already okay. How? Show and tell. Not just tell. Show and tell. So, affirmations. They can be useful if you believe them. Flipping it into a question can be useful. Why is it so easy to eat healthy foods and work out on a regular basis? Why does it feel so good to know that I'm fueling my body with exercise and good nutrition? Those are more empowering than I'm fit and healthy and skinny, right? So the concept of affirmations, ask empowering questions, play around with it, get out a pad and pencil, and why is it so easy to believe I'm on the right track with my mind-body conditions? Why is it so easy to remain calm? How come it's so easy to fall asleep at night after a long day? Smiling, restfully, peacefully. Just be creative. Come up with some empowering questions for yourself. And don't walk around saying I'm safe 85 times a day if you don't believe it. Your brain's not going to fall for it. So, love you folks. As always, if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Share the channel. If you want to see the dailies, dansyoutube.com. And oh, by the way, I'm not going to list them all. All the links are in the description below. So, love you folks. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.